aiming down sights, a staple mechanic to nearly all shooters, but no more. Dear viewer, are you tired of pressing that extra button to aim down? Whether on PC or console, look no further than these pure hipfire builds. Hey team, welcome back. Hope we're having a fantastic day. So, Battlefield released a new canted grip attachment to LMGs, which has developed some awesome hipfire builds. However, I've discovered there are many guns that can also reach this high level of hipfire accuracy. I've got a couple of builds to show you today, SMGs, LMGs and carbines. I'll have timestamps for each one. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like on the video, and without further ado, let's dive right on in. So let's start off with the gun that inspired this whole video, the RPKM. I will admit, I did see a couple of short little videos on people using this gun, though it was at 81 hipfire for their builds. Mine is 88. This thing is just insane. So we start off with the 10-point flash hider, 15-point short barrel, 20-point green laser, 10-point flashlight, basic iron sight, the brand new 30-point canted vertical grip, 40-round mag, and then just standard ammo. At 88 hipfire accuracy, this thing is kind of insane. Yeah, it just shreds at any range, which is kind of insane and a little busted and quite fun. Out to 100 meters, yeah, I mean, you still can, which is pretty incredible, but especially for close to medium range, just holding down the mag, you will eventually get them. But if you do short bursts as well, then it ends up quite effective. You still have decent sprint recovery as well, so if you sprint, go out, you can still do pretty well. This gun is just insane. I do recommend you give it a try for it. I haven't had a chance to test too many other LMGs yet, but I would recommend the M240L would probably work really well. I have had a quick go with the M121A2, though I don't actually have the 20-point green laser available yet. So this is at 68. If you have the 20-point green laser, it goes up to 78. So if we just give this a little test though, it is still pretty good with that new canted vertical grip. This one, I mean this LMG in general was more for close range, but I would recommend giving this a go as well. Now onto some of the carbines that work really well. The M4A1, you can have an 88 hipfire build as well, similar to the RPKM for 88 hipfire. So again, same story. You'll see this for nearly every build. The basis of it is just short barrel, flash hider, either 20 or 10-point, 10-point laser, 20-point green laser, and then I do have a sight on this. You can swap it out. You can get a different barrel for it. You can change it up a little bit. I'm only using 85 points for it because I was just testing out max thing. But you know, for instance, we can do, you know, let's say mag catch, sorry, with it, and then let's just go 10-point here because that doesn't affect it. So let's give this a go now, and again, an already good gun just becomes pretty good, even out to some range. Though I would definitely burst or, you know, tap fire it a little bit more for those ranges rather than just holding down the trigger for it. Another good gun is the SOR 300 SC. Again, another 88 hipfire accuracy for this. Same story, 20-point flash hider, short, 10-point laser, 20-point green laser, iron sight. I've got the 36-round mag for this one, and then I've actually got the hand stop grip. If available, I would recommend this, as it does enable weapons to be fired while sprinting. Does look pretty goofy, as you can see, but it does mean you can quickly go into firing from sprinting. So it's kind of like, I guess you could say, a sprint recovery to fire for it. But the SOR, this has become one of my favorite builds out of all of these that I've been testing and playing around with. It is just pretty effective, a lot of fun to use, pretty accurate, pretty deadly. the last carbine build today is the Brod 3. Same story, short barrel. I've actually got the CQB suppressor on it for this one. 10-point vertical, flashlight, 20-point green laser. You know the story. Just a normal mag for it. And, I mean, this thing was already a really good gun. And, I mean, this thing just kills ridiculously fast with the fire rate and the hip fire accuracy for it. Though I would recommend, again, this is more of a close to mid-range gun. Same for really all the carbines I would use for hip fire compared to the LMGs. You could do a little bit further range for it, but even testing out further, yeah, you can see it's much more difficult, but still doable, for those really long ranges. So that is all the carbines for it. Now with the SMGs, go onto engineer for it for the improved hipfire accuracy and control. First SMG I want to cover is the SGX. Again, another 88 hipfire. Same story. Flash hider, short barrel, 10-point light, 20-point green laser. I've got the 10 vertical, 36 round mag for it. I've just got the buffer just because why not, and I've got that. So if you want to go back to aiming down, you can change it up a little bit, but this is just what I've been running for it. And these things, the SMGs for hipfire are just really accurate, but the damage fall off and, you know, the damage in general does get much lower. So out at range, these builds aren't as effective, but up to that 20, 25, even 30 meter range, the SGX is pretty incredible, or all the SMG builds really are pretty good. So for the next build, I've got the MP5. So it does have 78 hipfire instead of the 88. That's due to it not having access to a short barrel. However, we can use the cryo barrel added for the improved accuracy during sustained fire. CQB suppressor, 20-point green laser, iron sight, 10-point flashlight. You know the drill. I've also got the 30-round fast mag on it. And this thing, again, is just really strong. Next, we have the MP7. Pretty much similar build. Same, doesn't have access to the short barrel. Can use the heavy barrel though. 20-point flash hider, 20-point green laser. That we do have access to the hand stop again for that. Firing while sprinting for that. And this thing still just shreds very quickly for hip fire for it. And the last build I wanted to cover today is the P90. Now with this build, it's only at 71. You can make it go higher if you choose to do the 10-point light up to 78 for it. I remembered seeing a bunch of videos about the 50-point hybrid suppressor K and how this was one of the only guns that really benefit from it. So I thought I'd try and do that and then try and do a hipfire build with it. So heavy extended barrel, as we don't have access to the short barrel on the P90, 20-point green laser, basic sight, mag catch. Now, funnily enough, turns out this is just the build people were using, except swapping out mag catch for then 10-point sight. I saw a couple people for it, but the main person was Enders, so shout out to him for this build. This has become, I think, just one of my favorite guns to use now. With this, it is super accurate. Well, not super accurate, sorry. When you hold down the trigger for too long, but if you're doing stuff like this, it is pretty accurate and pretty effective, and you do have the bigger mag, but like stuff like that for that range, it is a lot of fun. It kills very quickly. And look, now I know this is mainly about hip firing, but just in general, if you want to switch it up, and aim down as well, you can with this one. This one has been just a build that I've been having a lot of fun on. So that about wraps it up for the video today. Not sure if Future Me will add in like a montage or something at the end. I think I've already taken enough time of your day. So all in all, these builds are just fun. Obviously, if you don't just hip fire the guns, they are more effective. But in general, I actually had a lot of fun using all these guns. And as I said, the P90 build, just in general, is just really fun and incredibly strong. Let me know if you have any other hipfire builds in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good one.